I'm curious what it's like to work as a marine scientist because, and I guess I mean, it seems at once so exciting and so demanding. It just seems like a very challenging and at the same time incredibly adventurous way of life. So
it's wonderful. If I'm honest, it's amazing. Ocean sciences and ocean humanities are these very distant fields, each with its own history, its own achievements, its own people, but there's a common object, which is the ocean. And so what brought us together is the desire, the ambition to fully integrate these different ways of learning, teaching, interfacing with the oceans.
I discovered this amazing concept that turns out to be really common knowledge in ocean sciences from fisheries science of the shifting baseline syndrome. It addresses the way in which people's perception of environment is very much shaped by the time in their career when they see it, and in that way the baseline shifts from say the 1950s when one scientist may have started working to the 1970s without putting together all the different careers and looking at degradation in a longer historical arc. Is that fair?
Yes,
yeah?
That's great. And I think shifting baseline is a really great example of disconnecting concepts. Often it's really difficult to converge on the same framework for addressing a problem, and I think we discovered that shifting baseline is one that spans history to ecology to psychology, many areas of the problems that we're all interested in.
Yeah. No. and I guess I took it then back to other work I'm doing, because in the environmental humanities, there are many narratives of decline, of environmental decline. And this is a type of narrative which is told with ways of expression that really goes back to Romanticism, which imagines a pure state of nature without human intervention. And so it really does align with the shifting baseline, that you can't take one observation as the expression of an environment, but rather it's in a larger context. That's been really helpful for me in thinking about how to read Romanticism, for example.
A lot of the questions, a lot of the conversations I found inform other areas of my work. When we design our expedition, when we conduct field work, often there are very specific questions that we're after. And the goal is to conduct assessment of the health of kelp forests or coral reefs. Through this project, we added this whole other dimensions of how the work is done, who is doing it, how do you bring it back. So there were a lot of insight and information from kind of the media ecology associated with the field expeditions.
There's so much. It doesn't get better than Moby Dick. It's so technical, it's so philosophical, you can lose yourself in there. It's like an ocean of literature.
Yes, for me it's Mediterranean literature around fishing community, like Giovanni Verga and others that probably no one knows here, but that bring me back to my original love for the sea that developed as I grew up on the coast of Italy, and so it talks about exactly that interaction between the sea and the culture, and I think that's what I found very inspiring.
So I've learned something new, and I have to ask you now for a reading list.